Hello everyone! Today we're going to take a look at the Neo Geo Pocket Color. The reason that we're going to do that is because I just got this in the mail. This is a Neo Geo Pocket SD. It's a flash card, of course, and it's made by Retro HQ. It's a gentleman over in the UK. And yeah, so he gave this to me because I heard about it on the Atari Age forums. I really wanted to get this, so I signed up for the pre-orders, and so I was going to buy it. But then when he found out that I have a YouTube channel, then he just sent it over because I like this sort of stuff and I like reviewing it. So yeah, thank you for that. A big thanks goes out to him. And you can find him over at retrohq.co.uk. And there is no backroom deal or anything. I got it for free, of course, but there is no... I'm not getting any commission. I'm not getting paid for this review. He's not reviewing this video before it goes up. Yeah, all that good stuff. There is no other deal. I just got this donated to the show. Anyways, let's get into the little device itself, this little beauty. Some of you have been asking me to review this because way back when I did an episode where I asked you guys to vote on what hardware review you guys wanted to see next, I think it was for the 1000 subscriber special. You guys chose the Watara Supervision, which I was very happy about because I know a lot about that console. This one narrowly lost. I think this was second place. And... so yeah, it's taken a long time for me to get around to reviewing this, but the reason why is because I don't know a lot about it. I'm not the biggest Neo Geo Pocket fan. I've just always had this, and the only game I have is this one. I only have this one that came with it, which is Samurai Showdown 2. Not a bad game, just a little bit slow for a fighter, but I actually like it. It's okay. And but yeah, so the Neo Geo Pocket, the color version, I think is the only one that the US got. And even then, it was not a very big release. This thing bombed in the market, of course. And but there is a black and white one that is rare over in, I think it only launched in Japan. I'm not sure. But it's a very nice little unit. It's a little thick for being a handheld, but it fits in your hands very nicely. And the best part about it, though, is this thumbstick. It is the nicest thumbstick that has ever been on any handheld. I mean, listen to that. Oh. It's beautiful. It's this little 8-way analog stick, and it is just a thing of beauty. I don't know why other people don't do this, other handheld manufacturers. They always have those stupid slider things, and even the PS Vita, I mean, I've tried out those thumbsticks, and they just don't go well with me. They're too small. They don't have a lot of travel that they do. That's just my opinion. But... anyways, I topped this thing off with new batteries, and I forgot that it needs a CR2032, and so when I turned it on, it was like yelling at me saying that, you know, it's going to have a memory failure because it's running low on that battery. So it's actually batteries, 3 of them, because it uses 2 AA's, that it needs. But these are all fresh, so we shouldn't have any problem there. What I'm hoping we won't have a problem with is this, though. As you can see, it's still sealed. I have not opened it up. And the packaging is really nice, actually. I like this. I guess these are instructions with it, but on the back, it sort of gives the rundown right here. Now, here's the thing. I read the instructions, of course, so I know how to do this. It seems like it's like plug and play. Like, you just put it here in the Neo Geo Pocket Color, and it just works right out of the box, which is really crazy. Like, usually for these types of things, you need to go through a procedure to get it to work. It says that all I have to do is reformat a little micro SD card, which I have right here. This is a 2 gig micro SD card, and I think I got it from I think it was in a phone or something that I had. I think it was a smartphone, like when my first smartphone had this, I think. And so yeah, it's a 2 gig. I don't even know if anybody makes them these small anymore. It's pretty useless at that size, but it's kind of overkill for this though. And but yeah, this thing doesn't even have a brand on it. I think it came from a Motorola, maybe. Let me see. I don't even think it has a brand here. It just says it came from Taiwan. But anyways, this is like the cheapest of the cheapest SD cards. And but according to this guide, all you have to do is put ROM images on this, and then put it into the flash card, and then it works. So, yeah, I did format it into FAT format, I think it said. Yeah, there you go, FAT format. It's only going to hold 15 megabytes of games. I don't know if it'll hold more than that, but you only have access to 15 megabytes of games. I'm not sure. I put 14.5 megabytes worth of games on here because most games for this are either 2 megabytes, 4 megabytes, 1, or a half. So, yeah, it has 14.5 right now at this time, so I'm hoping it's all going to work just smoothly. And, yeah, so I haven't opened this, but we're going to open it right now and find out how this thing works. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Alright, open it up. Let's see. There we go. And yeah, it's 3D printed, but this is like really good 3D printing. Am I sure this is... Well, okay, yeah, it has those lines and everything, so it definitely was 3D printed. But for a second, with that cover, I was like, that is way too shiny. That feels very manufactured. But no, very cool. This thing has really good quality, a nice feel to it, nice weight. And unlike some 3D print stuff where it's kind of rubbery, this one, no, it's totally ABS plastic feeling. And that's really cool that the Neo Geo Pocket, it always had 2 banks of whatever that is, the pins right there. I always thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, it looks really nice. Let's see what the actual instructions are. I think, okay, insert the Neo Geo Pocket in here. Let's do that. Okay, let's see. And yes, it does fit with a very satisfying click. And then insert the micro SD card containing the ROM files. Yes, sir. Let's see. Okay, I think it goes in that way. Let's see. Okay. I think that's seated in there properly. Sticks out just a little bit, but I have no problem with that. Okay, and turning on the console, the Retro HQ logo, I guess, splash screen will be briefly displayed, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I guess the rest of it, you just have to kind of take care of it when it's on. Alright, guys. Let's do this. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see everything because these things have horrible screens where, unless you have like a light pointed directly at it, it's very hard to see. But let's see. Okay, Neo Geo, good. Okay. Nice. Okay. And, okay, 15 megabytes free. Okay, SD card. Wait, I think I use the option buttons, don't I? The game menu is split into 2 tabs, Flash and the micro SD card tab. Okay, that is true, as Flash and micro SD. And let's see. The currently selected tab will be toggled by pressing the option button. Okay, option. There we go. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright, there's all of my games. I think I put like 8 of them on here. Yeah, that's 8 games. And so yeah, Bimor, Unitron, Cotton, Dark Arms, Metal Slug 1 and 2, Pocket Tennis, Rockman Battle, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's try Metal Slug. I'm giddy for this. I want to see how this works. Okay. Alright, let's just see. Okay, so A is select, B is menu. Alright, let's select it. Oh, here we go. Flashing, okay. Oh, so I guess it's putting it onto the flash card. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I think I got it now. You can basically hold like the whole library of Neo Geo games on the SD card, but the actual card itself, has 15 megabytes, and you can move your games onto there. I think that's how it works. Okay, so it's flashing. Taking a little while, but this is a 2 megabyte game. And then the second mission, the second game, is a 4 megabyte game, as you can see right there on those little figures. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, while it's loading, let me tell you a little bit more about this, though, the Neo Geo Pocket Color. I only have this, and again, the handheld was not very popular over here, so it's one of those things where it's just not easy to find games out in the wild. I think that's why I never really built up my library. But then again, that's no excuse, because I have a really big Wonder Swan collection, and those have never showed up over here. And but the way that I got this, though, is it's kind of regrettable. I had this was back in my collection phase with the Witara Supervision. So I was collecting those in box, and I had one which was kind of beat up in the box, but well, the box was beat up, the console was great, and I wanted to trade it for something good. So I took it to a retro shop, and of course they were totally going to lowball me on it, but I didn't care. I just wanted something cool. And so they traded me this, which at the time was not a bad trade because Witara Supervisions were not well known. So it was something that like people would be like, wow, what the hell? Like, what is that? but it was also something that was pretty cheap. Like you could find them if you knew where it looked, like for $30, just like the Neo Geo. So it was a fair trade, like money-wise, but I regretted it because the Wataru Super Vision has gone up in value, and this thing has pretty much stagnated. At least for the ones that are in box. All right. Okay, so it didn't load, so I guess it flashed onto there. So there we go. All right, that's where the flash card is, and that's how it works. Okay, so you could put, I guess, 15 megabytes on this. Yeah, you see 13 megabytes free now. So you move the games onto the flash card, and those are like ready to load at an instant, whereas on the SD card, they, I guess that's where you just keep a library of, whatever games you want to play in the future. So, launch with the A. Oh, are you guys ready for launch? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, launch. Starting. Oh my god. Here we go. I like that little startup jingle. SNK. Oh, this is cool. Here we go. Yeah, so this thing worked. Yeah, just like he said. It is totally like just plug and play. It's the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, and so I shouldn't have been cautious and like only put 15 megabytes of games on the SD card. I should have just freaking put the whole library on there, Pirate's life for me, but yeah, I should have just done that. Okay, let's see. Start, and yeah, sorry if you can't really see this that well. But yeah, this is Metal Slug. Oh man. Oh, this is cool. Let's see. I've never played this game. Let's see what happens with it. This isn't bad. Very cool, very cool. Ah, damn it. Wait. Rescue the POWs? Or no, that's not a POW. Okay, yeah. Sorry that the lighting is so bad. It's bad in this room as well, so... And that is doing the screen no favors, so... Yeah. I'll try to get some better lighting to show some more footage later. But, because, yeah, this thing, it does not do very well. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, this is so cool. Oh my god. Yeah, and you see, this was such a great investment for me because, here's the thing, I don't own a lot of flash cards. I think the only other one that I own is one for Sega Genesis, which similarly I don't have a massive library for. And I think that's how you should approach flash cards, because like for the NES, some people tell me that I should get a flash card for that. But here's the thing, I own pretty much every NES game that I would ever want. So it makes it wouldn't be cost efficient for me to get a flash card. It's more cost efficient for me to just keep getting the games that I want, and just complete my library. Like that's what's more cost efficient than, buying a flash card, I think. And but with this one, where I don't have a lot of games for it, it makes a lot more sense for me to do it that way. And how do I change weapons? There we go. This is a cool game. I like this. Alright, and yeah, sorry about the lighting, but let's go ahead and turn it off. Oh, that's cool. You know what, does it take you back to your game when you turn it back on? I'm pretty sure it'll take you to the menu. Let's see. I must know. I love that jingle. Retro HQ version 1.0. Yeah, so yeah, there's the menu. Oh, I'm gonna get more games on this. That is so cool. Oh, and this guy, like Retro HQ, that's not a big company or anything. This guy is pretty much making him out of his garage. Let me see if that was just paper that was folded up, or if it has more instructions, or what's going on. Oh, yeah, it is more instructions. Okay. I should have opened it all up so I could have really figured out. But hey, that's a testament to it that I was able to get it to work without having to go through all of these instructions. It was very, very intuitive. And yeah, this is amazing. I like this. So yeah, let me go ahead and test this a little bit more, and then I could find out if I could recommend it. But from what I'm seeing right here, I could tell you that this probably is something that I could recommend. But yeah, so big thank you to Retro HQ, and let me spend a little bit more time with this, enjoying it, and see what I think about it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I've been testing this for a few weeks now, and I am loving it. It works perfectly. It works just like if you have the real cartridge in there. I have not come across one game that is incompatible with it. And I haven't tested 100% of the library, but I will tell you that of all the games I've tested on here, 100% of them have worked. So I haven't come across any flaws, any glitches, nothing so far. It works just perfectly. It is everything that you would want to have a flash cart, because sometimes flash carts do have incompatibilities. I have not run into any on this. There is just one little problem that I ran into, though. If you look right there, it says it has 3 megabytes free. And because, I mean, like I said before, it's a 15 megabyte cartridge. So I have 12 megabytes of games right there. You can even add them up. It's 12. So you would think that I could go into the options and then get a 2 megabyte game. Let's see right here, Rockman Battle. And I did test that one out. It does work. However, look, when I try to flash it, it says no space. You see, try flashing, no space. I don't know what the problem is right there. I know that with memory, it's not always, what they claim it to be. Like, for instance, I have a 4 terabyte external hard drive, and when you load it up, it actually says it's 3.6. So I know the memory is like that. Maybe with those numbers right there, the 2 megabytes, 4 megabytes, whatever, maybe they're rounding down and it's actually higher. That's probably what's happening, but I just don't know. Just know that it might tell you that it has free space, and that is not actually true. So, focus. Thank you. God, this evil camera. Anyways, though, this thing, it just met all of my expectations. And so, of course, the question is, do I recommend it? And I have to say, absolutely. It is the easiest recommendation I could ever give out. It does everything that you want it to do. It's perfect. And it came from a guy's shed of all things. I mean, this thing, like I said, it's 3D printed. This guy does not have a factory, that's churning these out. As far as what I know, this guy, he just makes them out of his shed. So that's incredible. So how much does this thing cost? From what I saw on his website, I think it's 70 pounds, which translates in American to, I think, like $91. So, it's somewhere around that range, not including shipping, though. So you gotta pay shipping, and I think if you want a tracking number, that's a little bit more. So you're looking at about $100, maybe a little bit more to get one of these flash carts. That sounds a little expensive, but that's actually par for the course for a flash cart. Usually they do cost more than $50. Another thing to keep in mind is that, don't tell them I told you this, but the pound, the British pound, is a little low right now compared to the dollar. Instead of the usual £1 to 1.5 US dollars, right now it's at about 1.1 to 1.2. So you could save a little bit of money maybe by ordering right now, because as of the time making this episode, the pound is a little down. So otherwise, this is a great flash cart, and this is a perfect application for one of them, because not only for me, like I said before, that I don't have a Neo Geo Pocket collection, I only have one game for it, so this flash cartridge is exactly what I've been looking for. But the actual games itself for the Neo Geo Pocket, they're not very common. Even if you go to a retro store, it's usually the exception to the rule that they have them. Because again, so few people had this, and so out in the wild, it's not that common to find these cartridges. So that is one of the reasons why this is a good value right here. And the console itself is very cheap. I think you could get them for about $50, maybe a little bit more. And the best thing is that they made like 1,000 different variations, like every sort of color, like for the little analog nub, for transparent shells, for everything. There are tons of variations. There's even a different variation of the console itself. There's a smaller version, but it's only smaller if you were to compare them side by side. It looks almost identical. You see how it has this ridge on the side? Well, the smaller version of the console doesn't have this plastic right here. It's like they shaved it down almost. So it is smaller, but very, very slightly. You have to put them side by side to see the difference. The only way that I could ever tell is because color right here is written in cursive on the smaller one, whereas this regular one that I have, it's written just in print. And what else can I tell you about this? The games I tried, there were a few surprises. Remember, I got this because I want to play like Metal Slug in those games, because I'm a big fan of that game series. However, the first Metal Slug that I played on here, it's not very good. It's surprising that people say that's one of the best games on this, but I didn't think that it was that great. The power-ups, which are some of the best parts of Metal Slug, they're few and far between, which I did not like. The end bosses, they are complete bullet sponges, which is no fun. And it was not very good. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the second game and just skip the first one. and see if the second game corrects those issues. One of the pleasant surprises, though, is the Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic whatever for Neo Geo Pocket. That is a really good game. I am typically not a Sonic fan. I'm not the biggest fan of those games, but it just plays really well. I was having a lot of fun with it, and I was just testing it today just for the hell of it. But no, I'm probably gonna complete that game because it is really, really good on this thing. But yeah, so big thanks to Retro HQ, and you can find them over at retrohq.co.uk. That's where you can find this little flash cart. I don't know if they're pre-ordering or ordering, whatever they're doing. I say get it because I can totally recommend this. It is the easiest recommendation I've ever given. And even though I did get this for free, I would have bought it had I not gotten it this way because yeah, this thing has totally paid for itself. Now, I know that the past 2 videos I did, they were with hardware that was donated basically to the channel, and that is not the shape of things to come. I am going to be sticking to my old format and everything, and just to balance out the cosmos, next time I will be reviewing a cheap Chinese console, just so we could get back on track with that. And, but yeah, otherwise, if you're a Neo Geo Pocket fan, please go ahead and get this. This is such a good value. I really do vouch for this. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.